Hamish Pinkham, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks, Jack.
Appreciate your time. Oompher is all about inspiring people to achieve extraordinary things. So who and what during your career has inspired you?
Who's inspired me? Well, as a musician, I was inspired by the Beatles.
Yeah.
I used to listen to my dad's records and encouraged me to pick up the guitar and play, and I've always had a passion since then through music to get into the industry, now promoting and running a business in the industry. So it's great, you know, 4 young working boys from Liverpool changed the world, and just made me realise that anything's possible.
Yeah, and when you thought up the idea for R&V back in 2003, when you were 21 in an Otago University flat, was it more about creating a business, or was it creating something cool and it just sort of escalated into what became a pretty cool business?
Yeah, I think we were trying to tick a few birds with one stone. You know, it was the end of our varsity career. We were looking to bring all our friends together to celebrate that special time. I was looking to get into the music industry, so I thought it'd be a great project to get some experience and some contacts, and also the chance to get some, you know, business experience. So we were trying to avoid a summer job as well. So creating our own business with the support of our friend's dad was a big part of getting off the ground.
Yeah, and how important in business is it to have a vision? You know, like back in 03, did you have a vision for what you wanted Rhythm and Vines to become today?
Oh, I think we pretty had some lofty visions from the start. I remember the first year we ran the concert, we said our dream lineup would be Ben Harper, Groove Armada, and the Black Eyed Peas. And although it was just going to be a one-night wonder, I think we've always dreamt big in the team here. And but yeah, no, definitely. It's been work in progress, and you kind of have to do one foot in front of the other. Yeah. Definitely with an end goal to do something big, you know, aim big, but just be realistic on the way there.
So definitely learning on the job as you go.
I think so, and you know, not too big, too fast. We've definitely grown in some areas, you know, a lot quicker than we anticipated, and probably learned a few lessons along the way. But don't be scared to dream big. But yeah, as I said, just maybe be realistic along the way. Yeah,
and back in 03, you were quite specific with sort of writing down the goals as for what you wanted the festival to become. So is it important for business owners and entrepreneurs to have their goals set out?
I think so, yeah, goals and vision and the mission statement. I think one thing we found really important when we kicked off was, you know, writing a vision for what we're trying to achieve, which was this concert Rhythm and Vines, and also some goals that we were set to achieve. So some of them still ring true today. I remember it was, you know, to run a safe and secure event. We wanted to learn about business, which we're still doing, and really provide something you know, uniquely Kiwi as well. So those are some of the initial visions that we had that still ring true today. So I think it's important to set that goal so you know where you're heading.
Cool. And with the expansion, I mean, in 03 there were sort of 1,800 people there, and at the 10th year anniversary there are 30,000 people, licenses for 8,000 on-site campers in over 3 days. So what have you been doing to keep R&V cool?
Well, I think the bones of the idea still ring true. So we've kept some things the same. We think it's a pretty unbeatable recipe. The Rhythm and Vines Festival, we've got a world-class venue. We've got all the aspects of Gisborne, from the sunshine to the beaches to the road trip, and you know, we've always wanted to have you know, a uniquely Kiwi aspect through, you know, using local contractors, food, artists. But what we do each year is give it a fresh spin through the program. You know, we want to book cutting-edge acts, follow new trends from hip-hop through to trap music that's popular today. And also with our marketing as well, we've always been, you know, not scared to try new things through social media, utilising our media partners, and also sponsors as well, and bringing them to the party with, say, the Red Bull Music Academy, or you know, themed VIP areas or different stages. So keeping a fresh perspective, but I think keeping the roots of the idea the same.
Okay, and in terms of that sort of innovation process in 2013, obviously jumping into new water with Rhythm Alps, was that a scary thing, jumping into something completely new, or is it, or is that all part of it?
Yeah, it was scary, but I think it was a good challenge for us. You don't want to get complacent, and we'd been running a sustainable festival in Gisborne for a number of years, and the chance to bring some of that rhythm magic to the South Island was something that excited me and the team, and it was a challenge, but it was a chance to apply all our learnings and experience in Gisborne, from dealing with councils and venues through to new marketing channels in the South Island, working with new artists, and bringing that concert to life in Central Otago over a number of years to deliver a sellout festival. The first year there last year was definitely something really rewarding. But yeah, the challenge continues, and we've only just got our head above water there, and we intend to be there for the coming years. So.
Yeah. And how do you keep driving passion into your staff? I mean, you've got 8 full-time staff here now, a couple of thousand staff all over the country when it all happens. So how do you keep driving that passion into them?
I think employing the right people for a start. We've got a really dedicated, experienced team that love what they do. They love the events and music industry. As I said before about the initial vision for the festival still rings true, and the team get to experience that and share that year after year. So we've got a lot of staff that just return to the festival because they believe in it. They want to run, New Zealand's premier multi-day music festival in an idyllic location, and they want to provide that experience for the guests. So I guess just staying true to the roots of the concept is one way to just ensure that everyone
on a similar vision and so on.
Yeah, just believes, and it comes down to people. And we've had some bad eggs over the years of people that don't buy into the vision of the company culture, and it's just about making sure you've got the right people on the bus. Driving towards that goal.
Cool. And one of the things that makes you quite different to the other people we've interviewed is that you did start up R&V when you were still studying back in 2003, whereas lots of the other, entrepreneurs have interviewed have sort of been dropouts somewhere along the line. So a lot of university students have great ideas for starting businesses. Would you say just go and do it while you're studying? What are the advantages of doing it while you're at uni?
Yeah, I think one big thing you've got on your hands is time. You'll find when you hit the workforce or the real world post-uni is you've got obligations, you've got employment, you've got the stresses of everyday life. I found in Otago anyway, you're in a bit of a bubble. You've got time between lectures, you've got amazing resources from a peer group of friends through to all the resources at university, be it lecturers or tutors, or the capacity to even use things like the computers or the printers. So you've got great resources at your fingertips, and you've got the time to work on something. And I know, friends and things would play PlayStation or sit in their room and play guitar, and we were working on our party. So it's a great time to apply yourself. I think any time is, but use the resources and time you have available while you're studying to put into something productive.
Yeah, cool. And just specifically in regards to event management, and event management is an incredible amount of work, and for someone who's been in that for sort of 10, 12 years now, what would be some tips you'd have around event management and making great events?
Have an original concept, I think, is important, and don't be scared to dream big. If you want to do something creative down on the water, or if you want to have a certain act that will suit the environment, then don't be scared to picture in your mind an ultimate event. And that's, I feel, what we did with the first Rhythm and Vines. We wanted to have Heineken, and we wanted to have glass bottles. We didn't want it. We wanted to have a premium crowd. We wanted to have reggae music and some of New Zealand's best artists, and we weren't scared to just stick to our vision. And so I think having something original to work towards, and then surrounding yourself with experts is another big tip. And we haven't pretended to be world-class event festival promoters through our time, and we've certainly learnt a lot, but bringing in experts in key areas such as, for us it's been production, artist liaison. We've had some really gun marketing people in the past, our accounts team. I think as an entrepreneur, surrounding yourself with the right people to learn off, but also to do the best job, I think is really important in event management especially.
Cool. So what's in the future for you, Hamish? What's happening today?
Today, well, I'll just checking in with, as I said earlier, we've got kind of two sides to our business. We've got the offense, if you like, which is oversees the marketing and the program and sponsorship, make sure that we get bums on seats, and then the second part is the production and the event delivery team. So they're about to start firing up. We've got about 4 months till the site will be ready. So there's a big meeting happening today with the production team and all the camping and event management side of the business. So it'd be good to check in with them. But personally, I'm enjoying taking a bit of a step back at the moment, and currently based in LA and doing some networking and assessing some opportunities in a bigger market, and I'm hopefully going to be able to bridge that with my experience and team here on the ground in New Zealand.
Cool. And has networking always been a big part of it?
I think it is, yeah, and it's something that I really thrive on. I love meeting new people, I love being inspired, I love coming across new opportunities and keeping on the move, I guess, and as a result we've been able to bring in some fantastic people into our business and new ideas, and you've got to keep not being scared to just keep moving. Cool. And you never know who you might meet. Yeah.
So now I've just got a few quick fire questions to finish off. What would the 16-year-old boy you were think of the man you've become? Would he be proud of what you've created here?
I think he would, yeah. He'd probably be asking me for backstage tickets to meet some of his musical heroes.
Yeah.
But no, I think he would, especially I grew up on the east coast of New Zealand in Hawke's Bay, and it's been great to have a link to that region still through my business, and now being out in a city such as LA, looking to work in the industry in a bigger market, I think was all part of his dream. So I think he'd give me a pat on the back.
Awesome. And when looking over the R&B or the Rhythm Group brand today, what are you most proud of out of everything?
I think that it is I like the fact that it's uniquely Kiwi, but it's also got a world class or world vision through trying to keep up with the likes of the Coachellas and the leading festivals, Glastonbury's, realising that we're obviously not in that league in terms of budgets and access to market, but striving to put on a world-class festival experience and host some of the world's best acts, but be uniquely Kiwi. And I think it's great. There's people like Peter Jackson who have done some world-class things here in New Zealand, and that's definitely something that inspires me to continue to work at a world-class level in our own country. Yeah, awesome. So from having been immersed in entrepreneurial activity for over a decade now, if you could sum up your sort of top 3 bits of advice in terms of business, what would they be? I think, don't always listen to other people in terms of stick to your guns. And I know I found it really hard leaving university and having the pressures of my peer group and my family and my bank account to pursue a more conservative career. And I knew what I wanted to achieve with the festival, and it took a lot of guts to stick to that. And definitely take your friends and family's advice, and they are looking out for you, but don't be scared to stick to your plan and stick to your gut. That's one piece of advice. Have some fun, work on a project that inspires you and that you are passionate about, just don't be scared to follow your dreams. Life's short, and there's as good a time as any to just make that change and start on working on something you love.
Cool. So the last question we always ask our contributors is, can you look down at camera here and tell us what are your wise words for the people of New Zealand?
What are my wise words? I think, let's help make New Zealand a better place. We've got a fantastic country, there's great infrastructure for business and for innovation, and everyone's got great ideas and passions, and it'd be fantastic to see more people taking a risk, backing themselves, listening to their gut, and following their dreams.
Cool. Hamish, thanks so much for your time.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thanks.